Ladies and gentlemen, the show you've all been waiting for. Episode number 011. Not So Sports Talk with Tyler and Matt. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Well, I think that might have been the worst intro we've ever had.
Cheers, Tyler. That was a fantastic intro. I do not know what you're talking about.
That was honestly the worst. And also, I know for a fact there's no females listening to this. There probably not any even guys listening to this. So
I was gonna say, yeah, like
you could just
maybe.
start off with gentlemen.
Well, Tyler, we gotta be. Maybe these gentlemen identify as ladies now, so we gotta be open-minded and willing to accommodate everybody. Okay,
Okay, so then we shouldn't even say ladies and gentlemen. We should just say listeners.
listeners of Not So
Because
Sports
I
Talk.
think there's 72 genders nowadays.
I think there is too. It's something crazy like that,
It's
though.
something fucking insane. And you know what? Maybe they don't even identify as a gender. Maybe they identify as a fucking stool. I don't know. I'm not here to judge.
But you are.
But hey, you do you. Whatever makes you fucking happy.
Yeah,
At the
whatever
end of
makes
the day,
you.
whatever makes you happy, I don't give a shit. As long as it doesn't affect me in a negative way.
Yeah, whatever makes your button tick, go do it, boo boo. So
Exactly.
we missed last week because,
Because
frankly, I
Matt
was
had
doing
important
homework and
schoolwork to do.
yeah, it was more so I was doing schoolwork and I wanted to take my downtime to do nothing. But anyways, though, we are back for
I
another
mean,
week.
our Super Bowl picks were awful, anyways. We both picked the Saints or the Chiefs to win by a lot.
Granted,
Not
I
even
know at this point
close.
it was a week and a half ago, which honestly it seems like it was a lot longer ago than that. But what
Yeah.
are your takeaways from the game that you can remember?
Uh, that the Bucks defense was insane, and that the Chiefs and the Chiefs offense isn't invincible because they're missing two starting O linemen, and it showed. I seen some stat that like Patrick Mahomes ran in out of the pocket for like 300 yards,
It was a record or
trying to
something like
fucking
that.
like he was fucking parallel the ground throwing balls that were hitting his receivers in the face. They weren't catching them. So
Yeah.
Mahomes did everything he could, but when you're getting chased 24/7, you don't got a shot, and it
Well,
showed because they didn't get a touchdown, which is insane.
yeah, and like I think as well at one point though, it shows you how good Mahomes is because he was doing so much scrambling, he had to do so much improvising. And at the end of the day, if they were able to finish off those drives with touchdowns,
Yeah.
that would have been a whole different game. Like it would have been a one score game going into like the final minutes or whatever it would have been.
Well, and then there was that pick that got called back early on. I don't remember if it was late in the second or early in the third.
hmm
I don't know why Tyrann Matthew started yelling at Tom Brady because then Tom Brady literally just threw it for touchdowns on him.
But it wasn't even the Bucks offense did anything spectacular. It just looked like they were being spectacular because Kansas City was doing nothing.
I mean, I don't think anyone thought it was spectacular. Like they threw for 3 touchdowns in the first half, which is pretty good. But
Yeah.
they capitalized on their chances. They played good, and their defense held Mahomes to no fucking touchdowns, which is insane.
And that's the big story. I think for me, that's a big takeaway. But you can just tell, though, just how important an offensive line is, though, on your football team, right? Like, even when
Yeah.
you look at the Dallas Cowboys, when Ezekiel Elliott was a rookie, he has not had a season like that because
The
Dallas has
O-line.
not had an O lineman like that. They had, like, if you have the best O line in the game, you'll most likely have the best run game, most definitely a top pass game in the league as well, too.
Yeah, if you
And
got a good old line, like you don't
mhm,
even need a star running back. You just need a mediocre one who's not going
yeah.
to fumble the ball.
See, and like my thing is when you are building a team, it always seems that like these teams don't focus on having a good O line, even though it's like literally one of the most important parts of your football team.
It's hard to get a good old line though too.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I guess you do
There's
need
not that many
five.
studs out there, and you can't pay them all a shit ton of money. You got to just draft them. That's why I'm hoping the Ravens take an offensive lineman this year in the draft.
Mhm. That's so weird to think. Where like basketball, top the first round is always your superstar. It's always that guy who's gonna
Yeah,
come
but
in and be a
like
game
position
changer.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. But in the NFL, it's like position is everything. It's
Yeah.
like you can pick some O linemen. Like I think there was a few years ago, there wasn't a QB picked in the top 5 or top 10 or whatever it was. And it was all like linemen, linemen, linemen. And I'm like looking at that, like I was younger and I was just like, what the fuck do
Why?
linemen have to do? Like they
Yeah,
don't do shit. They
literally.
just gotta stand in front of something. But then it's like the more you learn about the game, the more you're like,
Yeah, it's
they're the most
kind of
important part.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the super most important. But it does suck that the media gives them no attention. But at the same time, dude, they don't
They
really
don't.
do anything.
I was gonna say they don't do much that you can see that's like worth. That's exciting that people are
Yeah,
watching for.
yeah. So regardless, though, I lost some money. You and I were so sold
I
on the Chiefs winning.
I won. I won $17 on a $1 bet that Gronk would score the first touchdown, so I won money off that. But other than that, I don't win dick all.
Going into the game, I saw the stat line or the money line for Gronkowski scoring 2 touchdowns, and I looked at that and I was just like, I
I
mean,
didn't see that. I wish I would have seen that and bet on that. That would have been
oh,
smart.
it was a good bet too. It was like 1 in 80 or something like that, I think. And I was like, ooh. I was like, I could see that happening because throughout the whole year, because I know like Gronkowski was doing a lot of blocking throughout the year instead of catching.
Yeah.
Um, Part of me was like, oh, come playoffs, they're just gonna hit the switch where Gronk does all the catching. It's like season doing all the blocking. They go into the playoffs. Every team's like, well, he's just a blocker now. He doesn't really make any catches. We don't really have to focus on him. But then come playoffs, they're gonna start using him then.
I mean, he started using it more at the end of the season, and then the
Mm,
2 of the games in the playoffs, he didn't have a catch.
Yeah, well, and then like, yeah, I don't know. It's just so I was gonna make that
But
bet, but
you knew Tom Brady gonna go for his boy.
that's what I
But
wanted to.
I like how 2 TDs to Gronk and 1 to AB. No one that was on the team last year.
I saw some post on Instagram and it was a stupid post, but it was a post and it was like the Tom Brady effect. Yurgo, Antonio Brown, Gronkowski, Leonard Fournette, and then I think there was somebody else as well too. I think a defensive person that said like they only came there because of Tom Brady, and it was just like the Tom Brady effect. And I'm just like,
Well, I
oh
mean,
God,
not wrong though. Like
it's
Gronk
not
wouldn't have
wrong,
been
but it's
there.
like fuck.
AB wouldn't have been there. Fournette might or may not have been there.
I don't even think AB would be in the league right now if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's it. Well, he probably be whatever Tom Brady is. Same with Gronk. Like Gronk wouldn't. So like them getting Tom Brady literally won them the Super Bowl. Like
Oh yeah, even if, and it's like it's not even like granted, okay, he had a really good Super Bowl. Like he had a good Super Bowl, he had a good game. But like
yeah,
Green
he
Bay
had a
game,
good season.
he didn't do anything. Like he did stuff, but like he threw 3 interceptions. Like he was making
And
bad
I think he had 3
mistakes.
touchdowns too. He just had
Yeah,
well
but
one
like 3 interceptions
interception
is a
was
lot though.
but 2 are bad. Yeah, but like he
Mm,
didn't have to force anything when your defense is shutting down the whole Chiefs. Like
that's a
the
good
run
point.
game was working. I think Kansas City should have run the ball more. I felt like the run game was working, but like once they're down, you know they're not going to try to run it. It's not their specialty.
Yeah, they're just trying to throw it.
But I think they should have ran it more.
Yeah. I guess we'll do a little sneak peek. Next week we're going to debate if Tom Brady is the GOAT. Are we talking about quarterbacks or are we talking about all players?
Okay, well, I feel like he's GOAT for quarterbacks, no question.
Hmm.
Like I don't think that's a debate anymore.
No, it's really out of the debate, but we'll find out.
So like if we go all sports, I could argue that.
Yeah, well, that's a good point actually, because then I was looking at that and then it's like you have so I saw the post, I think of the score post, and it was like Jerry Rice, you have Wayne Gretzky, you have
Michael Jordan,
Michael
LeBron James,
Jordan, LeBron James. What
Babe
about
Ruth,
golf? What about golf? Like, do you think Tiger
Tiger
Woods is the
Woods.
GOAT? You think so?
Have you watched this HBO documentary? Fantastic.
Was it about his whole incident?
It's about his whole life
Really?
from when he was a little kid and like how his dad so it tells you about his dad because he had like a fucked up relationship with his dad, and then it talks about that's like the
Wait,
whole
wait. How
first
do you have
episode.
what was wrong with his relation? I thought they had a good relationship.
Okay, but his dad at 3 was taking him golfing all day and was hyping him up on like talk shows when Tiger Woods was 3, saying he's gonna be the greatest thing ever in
Mm,
golf. He wasn't wrong, but a lot of people think they like forced him to like play golf and shit when he's younger.
hmm. Well, that's like with like a lot of these players were, especially in the states, where their parents just kind of force them to do it. and
Oh
they make
yeah,
them go.
especially
But
if
at the
they're
same
good
time,
at
too,
it.
it's like if the kid's good, the kid might
Yeah,
not know any better when they're younger. It's like, well, I'm helping him out, right? So there's always two sides of the story, I find.
but like you don't want to force them into it too much. But like it's
Yeah.
so good, it's so interesting. And then the second half's about like his fucking all his sluts and his one mistress, and well, it's so good.
Yeah, man. Honestly, if I was like that big and famous, I don't think I could be married.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I have a lot
Uh,
of I have a lot of sympathy for people who have to go through that.
it'd be rough.
Not really, but anyways,
I mean,
on
they
to the.
chose to get married, but I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
you should definitely watch that. It's kind
Yeah,
of
well,
crazy.
it's on HBO though.
Yeah, I
Do you
don't
have to
know.
pay for it?
Yeah, if you have HBO channel, you get it. But HBO is not like part of basic cable.
Oh, then I probably do not get it. My parents have
I'm sure.
like the basic of basic cable.
Yeah, I'm sure Tommy knows somewhere where you can stream it.
Yeah, that's fair. Where do you think JJ Watt should go?
Where he should go?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, there's a lot of good options.
Is he
That's
any good anymore? Or is he just a name?
how I feel too.
You know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, granted,
Everyone
he's
talks about him if he's still a stud.
yeah, like he's still the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, but like he hasn't been that for like 2 years now. He's
Well,
injured
but
a lot.
I think the big difference is though is that he's just a good defensive end now.
Yeah, like he's still a beast. Like the guy's still a tank. He's massive. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why he can't go dominant somewhere, but it's not like he's getting double teamed all the time because he's just running through offensive linemen like no tomorrow. But
Mm-hmm.
he's always hurt, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, that's his big thing. I think it was last year though. He played all season, I think. It was one of the last
I
like
don't
three
remember.
seasons.
Yeah,
He finally got through a whole season. Even this year, he played decent amount as well too, though. But
but
I don't know.
like
I don't.
I think then like he just got paid out like 10 mil or whatever, so like he's not gonna be looking for a massive contract. So there's no like why wouldn't you sign him?
Yeah, he's gonna be looking for like what? Who was it? I think it was, and no, it was Le'Veon Bell, where he was just looking for like the minimum contract just to go somewhere.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he wanted to go win a championship, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
He almost did.
Oh, I think no, he didn't. He went to the Chiefs. I
Almost
thought
did. Almost did.
almost did.
Almost did.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of him going to the Cardinals. I know DeAndre Hopkins is trying to get him there.
I've seen that. I really like the idea of going the Ravens because our outside linebacker is a free agent, and we're probably not going to pay him a lot of money because we never pay outside linebackers a shit ton of money. Unless it's Charles Suggs.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be nice. But I think there's a good chance he goes to Pittsburgh with his brothers. Because like, why wouldn't he go play with his two brothers? That's the most logical thing for me. I would hate if he went there. Apparently, I don't know if it was true or not. I've seen something that he was taking a visit to Cleveland, Tennessee. I've heard Green Bay. Like they're all great options.
Yeah,
Tampa Bay, even.
they're all he needs to go to those teams that are playoff teams.
He's gonna
now that
go
were in the
to a
playoffs this
team
year.
that was in the playoff. Yeah, he'll go to one of those teams for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree with that as well too. I kind of like the Cleveland one, and then go play against their his brothers.
See, I feel like he'd want to go play with his brothers. Like, wouldn't that be cool if you played in the NFL with your two brothers?
Yeah, but also it'd be pretty cool to say, yeah, it was their rival. They played on their biggest rival, and we beat them.
I wouldn't say Cleveland's their biggest rival though.
Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
I would say Pittsburgh Ravens because it's not so one-sided. It's actually competitive.
Nah,
You realize
Pittsburgh.
the Cleveland Browns have beat Pittsburgh once in the last like fucking 10 years.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
but
how
at
do you
the same
call that
time
a
too, it's like
rivalry? How do you call that a rivalry?
because they're in the same conference or the same division.
So is Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
I don't know. There's been more bad blood
If
between those
anything,
two organizations.
There's two Ohio teams. There's Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Okay, well, and see, and then so I think is it the Cincinnati Pittsburgh that gets really heated?
It's all four of those fucking teams whenever they play each other.
I don't know. I always
I'm
feel like
biased
it's more
I
so
like the
with.
Ravens, but
And I know
it's
you're
the most
biased.
chippy division. But it's definitely the most like chippy division like amongst all teams.
Yeah, and that's fair. But like, what was that one game where Antonio Brown got that really dirty? Was that Cincinnati?
I don't know. I don't remember. When they had Vontae's birthday, he was fucking murdering everybody illegally. Like, that guy doesn't give a fuck.
Just
But like the
putting his
Ray
head
Lewis,
into anything.
Troy Polamalu days with Pittsburgh and Ravens got fucking hella chippy.
Fuck, that's
That
true. I
was a
guess that would
hella
have
big
that would have been
rivalry.
that would have been a big rivalry with those two defenses.
And
And you
when
got Big
fucking
Ben.
Big Ben in his prime,
Too
Joe
bad
Flacco
Baltimore
in
just
his prime, winning Super Bowl MVPs.
he had one
Bro,
good year.
he had one of the greatest Super Bowl playoff runs ever, though.
Yeah, but he had one
Can't
year.
deny that.
Actually, not even. He had 4 games in his career. Who just so happened to
Hey,
be at the right
hey,
moment.
they won a Super Bowl, so why that's no complaints here,
Yeah, man. Joe Flacco's taking the New York Jets to the Super Bowl next year. Put my
bro.
money
You
on that.
never know. You never know. So I
Yeah.
love Joe Flacco. That's my boy.
Hey, man.
I will ride
Whatever.
and die with that guy.
You know, he got paid some bank from that year, so
It's not
props
like
to
he was
him.
a terrible quarterback though. Like he was.
No, he was a good quarterback. He was that quarterback that wasn't gonna. He was like Tom Brady this year. You need that team,
Well, I
but
mean,
he's gonna elevate the team. He's not
he
gonna
also
hinder their
had
abilities.
like a great deep ball, strong
Who
arm.
did?
Dan Willers, um, Joe Flacco, he had a like strong arm.
Yeah, true.
He's known.
He
That's what
could
he's known
cannon
for.
the ball.
Just the
Oof.
fucking Torrey Smith, Kobe Jones down the sideline, baby.
Man, you know what? Sorry, way off topic. I'm watching the Jazz game right now. Patrick
Yeah, watching the
Beverly
Oilers
is
game.
he is such a rat.
Why?
Just like watching him play, man, he's just a rat. Like just the way he plays. I just don't. I like the guy. He's a good basketball player. I wish he was on my team, but he's just those players that you hate if they're on the other team, but you love if they're on your team.
That's what you mean. I've never really noticed Patrick Beverly that much. What was
Uh,
this game? Why can't I find it? Oh, there it is. I was watching Oilers. Oilers are up 2-0. They're finally playing good.
the Oilers. What are their record now?
Yeah, I don't know actually.
I haven't checked in with hockey. Actually, I've been pretty out of sports except for the Jazz for the last week.
Oilers are 9-8.
That's good.
Not
They were
great.
what, like 4-7 at some point?
I don't think so.
Were they
They've
better?
always been above 500.
Oh, I'm tripping then. I'm thinking of somebody else then maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
But so you think the Jazz are going to the championship this year, or what? What's the deal here?
I don't know. I want to say
So
they
you
are.
do, but you don't want to say it. That's how you feel. You think they're
See,
making it, but you don't want to say it.
yeah, and okay, so my thing with them is, and this is what I learned with Tom Brady, is when you have somebody like LeBron James caliber, regardless if the other team's better than them, at the end of the day, that team has LeBron James. That team has Tom Brady.
Yeah.
It's so hard to bet them against that they're going to be able to stop LeBron in a game in a 7 series match.
So
Even
my
if
thing now is if AD's out and he's not healthy or back 100% for the playoffs, then you got a shot.
but he's only out for like 2 to 3 weeks though.
That's what they say, but the first report I thought was he had stretching his Achilles tendon. So
Mm. Well, he
like you
re-aggravated,
don't
I
want to
think.
you don't want to fuck around with your Achilles because you tear that you're fucked.
That's true. But then again,
So
too,
like
it's like, does he think this might be like the last year of them being able to win a championship? Like, is next year going to be a grind about season, or does he
I
push
think next
through it?
year they
Or
have as good of a chance. Like there's no LeBron's showing no fucking signs of slowing down.
yeah, he's on the verge of getting MVP. Like,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. And
guy's
it's
a
like
fucking
I don't know. It's
stud.
like the Lakers have a good roster around them though. But like I've been watching a lot of Jazz games lately, and I just don't even like really see them losing a game. Really, like
So the one game they've lost when they're 17-1 run is the one time I fucking bet on them. The one time I fucking bet on them, they fucking lost.
yeah, but
I'm
Jokic
so
popped for
petty.
like
I'm still not betting on them until they fucking lose again.
oh
I refuse to bet on them until they fucking lose. Fucking horse shit.
Oh my, yeah, that's. I remember you. That was like the one game where I was like, I'm not gonna bet on the Jazz on this one, because I'm like,
Like, fuck
Jokic popped though.
me.
Jokic got like 50 points. I'm pretty
Bro,
sure.
and it pisses me off because every time the Raptors play them, Jokic doesn't do fuck all.
The Jazz or the Raptors?
Jokic doesn't do fuck all of the Raptors whenever they play.
Oh,
I've never seen him pop off like that.
that's fair.
But he popped off the last couple games.
Yeah. Oh, he popped off last playoffs as well too. Like him and Jamal Murray were
Yeah.
unstoppable. Like they were
No.
both putting up 30 games. But the thing about Jokic statistically is should be MVP. Like 100% should be MVP. He's averaging like 28 points at 60% shooting with like he's almost a triple double average. Like let me look this up.
Okay, you look up his. I want to compare him against Julius Randle. I mean, Julius Randle has literally brought the Knicks back to life.
I do have to say the media surrounding the NBA is such a joke nowadays.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like they just don't cover like I don't know. It's always about LeBron James. It's always about like their big superstars. Like you don't hear about like LaMelo Ball's popping off. Julius Randle's popping off. Zach LaVine's popping off. You hear more Damian Lillard nowadays now too. But like
he's more of them like online though, being talked about. I do anyways. But I mean, for the most part, a lot of NBA fans, especially in Canada, they're LeBron James fans. They're Kevin Durant fans. They're Kyrie Irving fans. They're not fucking Lakers. They're a lot of Lakers fans just because of the Lakers.
Yeah, but they're not NBA fans though.
They weren't Cleveland fans before. They were just LeBron fans. They weren't Heat fans before. They were just LeBron fans.
Well, no, yeah, no. It's like it's the whole thing
So
of
that's
they're not fans
that's
of
what people want to see.
Yeah, they're not fans of the NBA. They're fans of the individual player. And at the end of the day, when they post about Kevin Durant, it's going to get more engagement than when they post about the Utah Jazz or the Phoenix Suns, right? And that's just inevitable. Okay, so Nikola Jokic is averaging 27 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 8.6 assists on 57% shooting.
That's actually insane. Julius Randle was only 23 a game, 5 assists and 11 rebounds, 47% shooting, 40% from three.
But Bradley Beal.
Bro,
he's been popping. Okay, this is one thing that pisses me off. You'll have teams, or you'll have Instagram posts that say Bradley Beal popped off again for 28 points. But then you look at his average, and his average is like 33. And I'm just like, that's below his average. He didn't pop off.
Like he's the only one scoring on the team. Except for Bertans went off for 35 tonight, and Beal's got 23.
Damn.
I bet, he's averaging 33. That's just ridiculous. Fuck, is this game still on?
Westbrook had like one
overtime.
Westbrook had one good game, and I remember after that game, I think it was January 31st. He had 41 points, and after the game, he was like, "I'm finally healthy." Like, and then he just
trash.
Well, then he just goes back to doing what he's doing before, like like 17, 10, and 10, which is good, but like I don't know, he's overrated.
Denver was fucking down. I think they had a 3-pointer to tie it, send it to overtime, and I have Denver minus 3.5, so I got a chance to win this in overtime now.
Ooh.
But I have it in a parlay.
Oh damn! No, Washington won.
Wait, I thought it was going overtime.
No, 130, 128.
Fuck! I thought there was 0 time left. It lied to me.
It was probably 0. Was it 0.3?
I don't know.
Plays.
That's a bullshit, dude.
Oh,
they had a free throw.
No
How did they get a fucking foul? They fouled on the last shot of the game?
Shooting foul. And he shot.
Bro, how do you foul with 2 seconds?
Oh my god.
Yeah, see, Murray hit a 3 with 2 seconds left.
Yeah, then he makes both free throws at the end. Oh,
how do you foul with 2 seconds left?
That sucks, bro.
How do you foul with 2 seconds left? How does that fucking happen?
I don't know. That's shitty. Oh wow, there was 3 games postponed today. Detroit Pistons against Dallas, Spurs, Cleveland, Chicago, Charlotte. Charlotte's looking half decent right now, man.
Yeah, they're playing good too. They're winning. They're beating Portland right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're 13 and 15 though, but you got Hayward on the team. Mans is averaging, like he's putting up
Hayward's been
22,
playing. I
5,
thought
and
he was hurt
4.
at one point.
No, oh, he's injured right now, I think though. But all things considered, I remember when he left the Jazz, I was very just like, fuck, this sucks now. They just started becoming a playoff team, and they just got knocked out by the Warriors. And I was like, well, not much you can do about that. Like during the prime Warriors, and then like he left, I was like, fuck. But like all things considered, granted, I'm very sad that he got injured. That sucks, but
Yeah.
for the Jazz, for the outcome of the Jazz, it's worked out so good for them.
Yeah. It's worked out well. But this year, the Hornets are 13 of 15, and they're tied with the Raptors for 7th in the East.
Raptors suck.
Bro, they're starting to play good now. We just smacked Milwaukee yesterday. And I bet against the Raptors because we always lose to Milwaukee.
Dude, Milwaukee
sucks. Fucking sucks.
Milwaukee is
I said it before the season. They got worse this year. And they're like, but somehow Giannis was still like, I'm going to stay because this is a better team. They literally got worse.
They got so much worse. Like they had the best defense in the league, and now they have like the 8th best or whatever it is.
Yeah, like Raptors defense is shit this year too. But they have decent amount of injuries, but we don't have the depth bench anymore because our depth players are now starters because fucking Serge and Marcus Gasol left. Like the Raptors starting center is fucking Baines.
I think if they can get
10 minutes a night.
If they can get Andre Drummond, that will be such a good trade for them.
His contract's expensive as shit. I'm a fan of us going to get Blake Griffin now that they're going to cut his ass. If they cut his ass...
Blake Griffin he's not the player for you guys, though, because he doesn't even touch the paint anymore. He doesn't even touch the paint. Like, you guys need a rim protector.
Anyone that touches the fucking paint anyways.
Then why would you go get somebody who doesn't? You got to go get somebody who does and touches the paint. Blake Griffin is...
Bro, you don't need that anymore.
Blake Griffin's trash, bro. Like, he's terrible.
If I played the Jazz in the fucking playoffs, I'm not scared about you guys scoring on me in the fucking paint. That's the least of my worries.
What do you mean? They'll tear you apart if the paint's wide open. They'll either take a wide open layup than a wide open 3.
It's not going to be fucking wide open. Chris Boucher will be out there fucking stuffing Rudy Gobert's ass, okay?
Blake Griffin and Aaron Baines, man. They're going to shut down.
Blake Griffin and Chris Boucher. Fuck Aaron Baines. Chris Boucher is sick. He's just a skinny little boy, but he's sick.
Skinny little boy.
He's so skinny and lanky, but he's still sick.
Is he the guy? Oh, no, that's on the Suns.
He's literally our first guy off the bench.
Oh, really?
It's weird.
Yeah, the Raptors
he plays more than our starting center, so I don't understand why he doesn't start. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They got to get rid of You guys got to get rid of Lowry, though.
Yeah, my thing is we got to get Lowry, let Fred start. Powell can play more minutes. He plays better when he plays more minutes, but at the same time, Lowry's still probably our best player right now.
Yeah, but I think it's either with you guys. You guys either chase a big name and try and at least get a deep playoff rush or playoff push this year. Like get your Andre Drummond, like pay the money, try and see how deep you can go in the playoffs because the East is weak this year.
I don't think we're going to do that though.
No,
we don't have a lot to offer that trade. We're not trading.
Yeah,
we're not. I don't think our GM's the one to just trade away all of our firsts. We're not like fucking half these teams trading 13.
Well, see the thing that's valuable about Drummond though is Cleveland doesn't need his big contract. Cleveland knows his superstar potential isn't going to make them like a championship team, right? His talents are more valuable somewhere else.
Yeah, but I don't
Cleveland's willing to part ways with him to open up some cap space so then they can work with their roster, I feel like. Right? I think that's the biggest thing.
Drummond's not nearly worth his contract. He plays some solid defense. Sometimes you have to, you pop off and rebounds once in a while, but man can't fucking get a bucket to save his life. He can't even hit free throws.
Yeah, but it's like the whole offensive lineman talk, though, where it's like you look at Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert only puts up 13 and 10 a game. But it's his presence in the defensive end where people have shots have to be altered and you have to change your game plan around them.
I don't know if he's still that man anymore. That's why I'd rather have Blake Griffin on a cheaper contract. If That's what, it's like if they cut Blake Griffin, he'll probably sign someone for cheaper for short term. I would think to try and
Blake
earn
Griffin
that
doesn't
higher contract.
Blake Griffin doesn't give you what you need. Blake Griffin gives you what you have already.
No, he doesn't.
Dude, no, I
We don't
watched the
have
whole
anyone like Blake Griffin right now.
Blake Griffin hasn't dunked since like last year. Like he doesn't attack the rim. He doesn't use his post game. He's so slow now
Maybe
with his
because he
knee
doesn't
injury.
give a fuck because the Pistons suck.
No, I watched a video on him and he's just so slow. He has no post moves anymore. He's just so slow. So he literally just has to resort to jump shots now.
Maybe it's just because I like Blake Griffin. But
And
I
that's
want to
fair.
see Blake Griffin in a Raptors uniform. And I also think it'd be a cheaper option than Andre Drummond, so I don't think it's a bad thing.
It all depends because Detroit has a terrible contract with him. So I don't know like what the whole situation would be like. Would Detroit buy him out or would they trade his contract?
Well, apparently they're not playing him. They said they're not playing him. So they're gonna try and trade him first, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think, but like at that point, if that's already coming out, you're pretty much fucked because people aren't gonna give you a lot or anything because they know people might not give you anything because they know you're just gonna buy them out anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. It's
unless you're giving something up, like a pick to get rid of them. What's the point of another team taking them?
Yeah, no, and it's like I think Blake Griffin could be good if he wasn't in Detroit. Like not good. I think he could be like a good contributor.
Like a good third option.
Yeah, like for example, if you went to Boston.
Yeah,
right?
but who's he starting ahead of him? Boston. Doesn't him and Jason Tatum play the same position?
Yeah, but like I kind of meant in terms of where they already have enough offense to like get them wins, but his addition will give you that extra boost.
But technically we have Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, Norman Powell, and Kyle Lowry to square.
That's fair. But like my thing comes back to though, it's like Toronto has a good team if they have rim protection, if they have a big man, if they have an Andre Drummond, if they have a Marcus Gasol in the paint.
If they play good defense. Well, we just need an actual center, not fucking Aaron Baines. He's not a starting center in this league.
Yeah, why not get Andre Drummond? Andre Drummond's a real center.
Because his fucking contract is awful.
Yeah. I think it too. The Jazz like max contract to Rudy Gobert though, but it seems to be working though when you think about it now.
Did they max contract him? Is that what they got?
I think it was him and Mitchell got some stupid big contracts this year.
You said Mitchell signed too, right?
Yeah,
his which was, I mean is what you need. Like you need to have your two.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think most of their players are under contract at least until next year. I think Jordan Clarkson might not be though, but I think when you have a breakout season like Jordan Clarkson is, you kind of want to stay with the same team almost.
Nah, he's gonna get paid somewhere.
I mean, he's already making 14 mil. Like for a six man, that's pretty good money.
Yeah, that's not bad. But I also feel like unless Gobert comes way better, like I don't see them competing with like LA or Brooklyn because KD and AD are both better than him by a lot. I feel like
different styles of play. Rudy Gobert is a better defender than them, rim protector, but they're way better offensive threats.
They're way better offensive threats, and I don't think like AD. I feel like if they actually try when they try more in the playoffs, they're good defenders. But I feel like Kevin Durant's not trying all out on fucking defense during the season.
No, and that's fair. But okay. Well, also you can't be talking about Brooklyn Nets in defense unless you talk about them being the worst defense ever.
Well, did you see them pop off? James Harden pop off alone against the Suns yesterday.
Yeah, he put up 38 or something like that.
I don't know what he ended up with, but he fucking led them to a comeback. They beat the Suns last night.
I remember I looked at the game score and I was like, oh well, that game's over. They lost to the Suns now. Like granted, I understand people put so much hype on them and expect them to win right away. But it's like when you have that much power, it's like it's gonna take some time to get used to. Like,
but also, they're playing the Suns without Durant and Kyrie.
True, and I didn't even know that.
They should lose that game.
They should, yeah. But Harden, came back and ran the score. Then I saw Harden Leeds come back win. I was like, what the fuck? They were up by so much at one point.
Yeah, they were getting murdered. Last time I woke up and was like, oh, they won. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like honestly, at the end of the day, like when it comes back to it, somebody needs to beat LeBron James before It's
especially
not.
when he has Anthony Davis with him.
Yeah, and they just have a good roster. The Lakers do. They've got Caruso. I haven't looked at their roster in a while actually now though. But
Caruso, Harrell.
yeah. So they got Wesley Schroeder,
They got Gasol, Schroeder's
Caldwell
killing
Pope,
it.
Dudley. I can't believe Dudley's still
They
around.
only pretty much added from what they had last year.
Marcus Gasol. That's the big addition. I remember that they got.
I don't think that's a big addition. He was fucking trash last year. He was
With the
so bad. This
Raptors?
man's retired. Yeah, dude. When we got in the bubble, he was so bad. All Raptors fans were like, bro, just fucking leave. We don't want you anymore. You suck.
Surprisingly, the bubble affected more players than I anticipated. Like Paul George sucked in the bubble.
Yeah.
Playoff George.
But then I think it also becomes a mental thing. Like after 1 or 2 bad games, and people like you're just getting roasted alive on social media, then it becomes
That's true. But then like you look in the Suns though, like it brought the best out of the Suns.
Yeah, Devin Booker was the fucking greatest basketball player on earth.
Oh yeah, and then you look at it brought the best out of Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard was unstoppable.
But I think it's those guys that are going all out 24/7, and then they also got rest, and they're like fully healthy. Fucking, it was like a brand new season to them. So
well, yeah, and like it definitely brought the best out of the Miami Heat.
Yeah, they're so bad this year.
Yeah, like they're 11-16. Granted, Jimmy Butler has been in and out, but
he is the biggest part of that. Like he affects that team so much, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But I think too, the way that they played though, especially in the finals, them winning relied on Jimmy Butler doing everything and anything. And it's like that's just so unsustainable throughout 82 games.
It was reliant on him beating out Anthony Davis and or LeBron James, depending on who was popping off for them that night.
Mm-hmm.
Like those two could like share a night. One could pop off one night, next night. Jimmy Butler's got to be the man every single night.
Dude, I earned so much respect for Jimmy Butler after those finals. Like he carried a whole team almost past LeBron James single-handedly
to the finals. Like
yeah, granted, Hero, Robinson, they were all popping off at the same time.
Hero and Robinson were shooting fantastic at the right time, so that definitely helped.
Yeah. Like the biggest thing though was like Jimmy Butler would go down, score a bucket, like a tough bucket in the paint, and then come back and guard LeBron.
Well, and like Jimmy Butler, and he was just, I think, motivation for the team when the guys popping off like that and going that hard, like that makes the whole team better. Everyone else is going out that little extra hard.
That whole playoff series really cemented like Jimmy Butler's career. You know what I mean? Because like he started with the Bulls and then he went to Timberwolves, and there was all that beef that happened where it's like, oh, Jimmy Butler's a bad teammate. They went to Philadelphia.
But he just said like they are soft, which I believe.
True. Yeah, true. So true.
But I mean, it's like compared to Jimmy Butler, I think everyone's fucking soft.
Yeah, and then like, but like after this, like the Philadelphia happened, everybody's like, oh, Jimmy Butler's a shitty teammate. But then it comes out with the Heat, so he's like the best teammate ever, and you're just kind of like, oh.
So I think in Philly it came out they all loved him.
But that's the way the media was portraying him though as.
No, I thought it was. Oh really? I thought it was positive, all positive out of Philadelphia.
No, I mean I might just be thinking of like one or two posts that were like completely blown out of proportion.
Yeah. But I've always been a big Jimmy Butler fan.
Mm-hmm. I like Jimmy Butler as well too, especially when he was with not especially, but like when he was with the Bulls, like that team was stacked. Like at one point they had Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Korver, Carlos Boozer, Hakeem Noah, and then who else? They had Luol Deng.
Hakeem Noah and Jimmy Butler were in their prime, and Luol Deng. Oh my god, that's like when I first started watching basketball. I think it was around that era.
Yeah, dude, that was a good era. That was a good era of basketball. That was when like LeBron James just went to the Heat.
It was still like kind of a tougher. There wasn't as much James Harden swapping back then. I feel like.
It still sounded like a more gritty game. Because you had the Spurs, they were grind out team. Dallas Mavericks,
all-time grind out team.
Mm-hmm. That Dallas Mavericks team that took off LeBron James, that was such a good team. That was just like a perfectly assembled team for a year.
Yeah, for 1 year. But hey, that's all you need. 1 year. That's all you need. 1 year.
And that's what I feel like with the Raptors, which kind of sucks with them, where it's like,
well, I mean, after they lost.
Yeah, it's like they had 1 year, They weren't
But
going
I
to
mean,
win
hey,
last year,
they
but
still first ever championship. That's all that fucking matters.
hey, it just takes one. It just takes one. Now you got that monkey off your back. Good for them. Jazz
I
don't
mean,
have
it's
one.
hard to win one. Like, fuck, if you don't got LeBron James or Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, it's hard to win more than one.
Yeah, especially in today's
Especially in
era.
Canada.
Well, and
Especially in
especially in
Canada.
today's era when there's
Yeah.
superstars galore. Granted, they had Kawhi for one season though, but
I mean, the superstars of the world was the same 5 in the finals every year.
yeah. And for example, if the Jazz make it to the finals, this will be the first team to not have a superstar talent
Yeah, I
since
think it'd be the first one without like LeBron, KD, Steph Curry in a while.
yeah, because in the Raptors with the Warriors, and then LeBron James went on that 9-year run,
Yeah, like
and then and then it would have been the Miami Heat era when they won with Shaq, or at least
yeah,
when
like,
this or in
I
the
don't
Pistons
I don't
early
even know
2000s.
exactly. I just know it a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, that would be a long, long time. And that's you look in the East, who's good? Philadelphia. Philadelphia is not a
Philadelphia's
good team.
finally playing good.
They're not a good team though.
They're not. No, they are though. They
Hmm.
should have been this good always. No,
I
so
don't
you know
know.
what's different this year compared to normal?
Doc Rivers.
Normally they're this good always, but normally the Raptors and Celtics are better and Milwaukee's better. This year, Milwaukee worse, Toronto worse. Boston should be first in these. There shouldn't be a question about it. With the Nets closely behind them, especially now that they have Harden. But
I'm good. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I haven't watched a lot of Celtics games, so I don't know what their problem is. But the fact the 76ers can never be better than Milwaukee, Toronto, and Boston. And those 3 teams are having down years, and that's the reason the 76ers are exceeding. I think.
No, and that's why I agree. That's why I'm saying they suck. They're not a first place team. You look at the West, Jazz, Lakers, Clippers, all the best teams in the league. You look at the East and you look at the 76ers, I'd be yeah, they're the 5th or 6th best team probably in the league.
Like everyone's been hyping up to be this great team. I've just always hated them. I fucking can't stand Joel Embiid.
He's a
Ben
little
Simmons,
baby.
fucking awful.
He's a good player. He's just a baby.
Like I think I've seen at one point in time, like when they had their full starting 5, they're 7-0, but that was fucking 17 games in the season, and they can't stay healthy, which has always been their problem. This crybaby Embiid's always fucking hurt, or Ben Simmons always fucking hurt.
Dude, I
always
hate
hurt.
Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, he's not a point guard, but he is. It's just his style of play is so weird. The Jazz had Rudy Gobert guarding him, and he would just stand at the free throw line.
If you can't shoot beyond the arc, you should. I don't think you should. I don't know how you go through your whole life playing point guard without being able to hit a 3.
Yeah, especially point guard. Unless you're like a Steve Nash or a Jason Williams.
Okay, but you're still
even then though they were decent. Steve Nash was a great shooter. Jason Williams was a good shooter.
Even then, it's you're passing all the time. You're looking to pass first. That's fine. But if people are just leaving you wide open, you need to be able to make them give you that respect.
Yeah.
If no one respects your jump shot, then they don't have to fucking worry about defending you. They can block off passing lanes instead.
Yeah, exactly. And granted, he's super good around the rim though. He has a good post game. He's like Jokic, massive. Except a lot worse.
Yeah,
Jokic can shoot, and Jokic's a better passer. Jokic has a better post game, right? But
I mean, Jokic Doncic is what Simmons should be.
Yes, even if it was a worse shooter, even if he had the dude just needs a Russell Westbrook jump shot.
That's not great either, dude. That's not great either.
No, it's terrible. But I don't know. But apparently he's right-handed though.
Who?
Ben Simmons. He's right-handed, but he shoots left. So that's the whole controversy started when it's just are you sure this dude shoots left-handed?
Oh, how does that even happen?
Yeah, it makes sense now.
But how do you develop that?
LeBron James writes left-handed.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I can't hate LeBron James if he's left-handed.
He
Can't hate
writes
other left-handed
left-handed.
people. Yeah, but
He
that
writes.
makes him left-handed.
That's
That's
fair.
weird. I don't know, but like I feel like that. I guess like so if that's the case, I feel like his dad or someone at a very young age told him it'd be better for him to learn left-handed. And if you've done that from 0 to fucking 20, whatever it is now, that's not transitioning over to your right hand. That's gonna be so awkward.
Yeah, like you just kind of screwed yourself.
Like there's a difference between them teaching Zion how to jump differently and shooting with a completely different fucking hand.
Yeah, or like changing Lonzo Ball's form.
Yeah, like changing form is different than changing your entire hand. You have
Mm,
to, you're learning a new form also, pretty much. It's a whole like that just
yeah, and
sounds
it's
awful.
completely reversed. Like it's a whole. It's not even just learning; it's the whole mental obstacle of like teaching yourself to do the complete
Yeah,
opposite,
like
essentially.
for fucking 18 years you've been so used to going left, so you're gonna be going up and you're gonna have to like switch. Like that's not gonna work.
Yeah, but then you look at like what's his name, Rasheed Wallace. He shot both hands.
Yeah, some people are just ambidextrous like
Yeah,
that.
but that's the thing though. It's like you have to be.
Like they used to have pitchers in MLB that would pitch left-handed, and then next about another batter, and they go pitch right-handed. That's
That's
fucking wild.
that's so ridiculous to me. Like I can't even pitch right. I have a good
Like
arm, and I can't even pitch right-handed like that, man.
like the fact that they could, I imagine like the miles per hour and stuff would be off a little bit, but like the fact that you can still pitch both hands in the major league would be impressive as shit.
I do have to say, all things considered, with baseball, it looks like such a boring game, but just the actual act of pitching a baseball that fast and that accurate
Yeah, it's insane.
blows my mind.
Baseball's also one of the sports where it's a lot more fun to play than it is to watch.
Granted, that's all sports.
That depends. Not if you don't know how to skate. Not if you
Well,
don't want. Not if you're 300 pounds, you don't want to go run around playing soccer. That's
but
not
like,
always the case. But
yeah, no, um,
like
but like,
baseball's the one that like
yeah,
people don't get that excited for watching. Like it's not massive fan base, but it is fun to play.
well, yeah, and I think the biggest thing with the baseball though, the baseball's a weird. They run it so weird, where it's like they only get fans during the playoffs. So if you get to the playoffs, you're good. You're
Yeah,
gonna make money.
playoff baseball is exciting, so exciting, and for I can't even explain why. Just
It's just
every pitch matters.
because it's all just like anticipation. The whole game is just you're anticipating something to happen, but nothing happens.
Well, but like it's more mind games too. Like more
Yeah,
like stealing on base, bunting, and shit like that.
yeah.
It's just more exciting.
But then it's like in basketball, it's like even like there's no anticipation unless you get to the final like few minutes where it's like, oh, this bucket matters. But like baseball, it's like you can't always have that anticipation.
Yeah.
There's always that, oh, he has to get that one strike. Oh, he has to get the next out to get to the next inning. Like it's all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, but like that happens in the season too. It's just not as high stakes, I guess.
Yeah,
But I
especially
mean,
when you play 160 games.
but to be honest, I'll watch playoff fucking anything, dude. Playoffs. Like I don't really watch. I don't watch anyone other than Toronto really, and like big teams if there's nothing else on TV for
Mhm.
basketball during the year. I don't watch fucking no football. I do. I don't watch any other baseball teams during the year unless it's Toronto. But if it's playoffs, I'll watch any fucking team.
Yeah, like for me, I've been like this for a few years now. Regular season, I can't really watch anybody else except the Jazz, unless it's like a
Yeah.
good team. Then be able to watch like half of it.
Yeah.
Um, NHL, I don't watch it. NFL, I can sit down and pick my games I want to watch on a Sunday.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
that's
there's always a game I want to watch
but
because
like
football's football though to me.
once it comes to like golf, I can now watch anytime. I'm starting to like golf.
Golf might be my favorite just to like watch sport ever.
It's the best background sport of all time. It's the best Sunday watching. Oh, maybe you have a quick nap and then you wake up and fucking Rory's making the bend at fucking 9 or something.
Yeah, DJ's teeing
Like,
off on 16, pushing for the victory. He used to shoot two
like,
under.
oh, cool. You see all the highlights quickly of all how he got there.
Yeah, I love golf. I've been going to the golf simulator. I've gone twice now. Okay, irons, getting pretty good at them now.
Wait,
Like I'm getting the swing back.
so is it just by yourself, or can you go with people now that bars and restaurants are open?
They say you can only go with people in your household.
Oh, you just gotta tell me you live with them. I did this in Banff.
No, that's fair. Yeah, no, I go at 9 a.m. though, because from 8 to 10 they have $25 an hour. So I go.
Oh,
And I just kind of go there. And, so my irons are going good. My driver though, and part of me feels like it has to be with the simulator because I've never just done this before with the driver. But everything was going like 300 yards, but like straight right. Like it was getting
like
no.
my drive.
Yeah, but like it wasn't even getting off the ground. It was just a line drive that was going 300 yards straight to the right. I'm just like,
Definitely. That's not even, how do you even hit a line drive $300, 300 yards straight to the right? Like,
that's what I was saying. But like my irons are pretty good though. Like the way I hit them, I'm like that feels like how it should. But like the driver was just, and like usually my miss is like a hook,
it's probably a simulator thing. That's weird.
right? So I'm
But
always just like,
what?
I
So
switched
now
up
you're gonna
rooms.
go. So now, watch. You're gonna end up going to the like playing after the left. Your driver's gonna be fucking dart down the middle, and all your irons are gonna be hooked so hard to the left. You're gonna be hooking everything hard to the left.
You see, you'd think it'd be the other way with these simulators where it's like, well, if they slice it, we'll tell them they're hitting it straight so they know they're doing good at the simulator.
It's just completely fucking your golf game.
Yeah, so I don't know. I like the simulators are nice just to go and honestly, it's not even just to see where the ball goes, it's just to like
Golf.
just swing a club, just to get that feel of it again.
Just nice to go golfing. See, my thing is, I hate hitting off the artificial grass. Even at driving ranges, I feel like I don't want to hit the grass. So I feel like I'm hitting ground.
Yeah, it's a mental thing. I know for me, it was like when I started going to the simulator, I wasn't trying to like swing down the ball, swinging through the ball because the mat. Oh, sorry, because the mat,
I was
I was
watching
swinging
Serena
through.
Williams get fucking amped up right now.
Oh yeah, that's fair. So I was like swinging through the ball, I wasn't swinging down, and I was like, why am I like blading everything?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm not swinging down, so I had to like force myself to swing down on the mat, and it's just a weird feeling, but
yeah, because I'm like, I don't want to fucking break the clubs because I'm hitting this mat, but it's the same thing as hitting grass.
It feels like I'm just taking an axe to your like board.
Yeah.
Right. So.
But that's what it's made for.
Yeah, no, literally. But I don't know. I like my thing is too. I like my divots are big that I take out at times.
Yeah. Since we're on golf, do you think? And because I just watched the Tiger thing, do you think he'll win another major?
No, and he doesn't need
His
to.
back is so fucked.
Yeah, like I feel bad for him.
Like, I thought he was better again this last time he came back, and then he's just injured back again. I'm like, man, that's just rough.
Is he injured right now again?
Yeah, he's got a back injury. I'm pretty sure.
Damn. Yeah, he's had like multiple surgeries on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel bad for him, but like,
I mean, I think it's pretty much too. They kind of said like it's kind of the way he swings. Like when he came out, no one like swung that hard. Like he was just crushing balls when he first came out.
Yeah, he was just.
You forget. I forgot like how much like how dominant he was in tournaments. Like, he was winning majors by 10 fucking strokes. Like,
dude, it was ridiculous
insane.
his run. Like, and it's not even like it's like in today's. You see players go on their runs. Like you'll have DJ went off on the Masters. Like
he had a great last year.
Right, and then you have Rory McIlroy. He had his year or two. You had Jordan Spieth where he won like 3 the 1 year, something like that.
Yeah.
But like Tiger Woods had his, but it was for like 7 years or however long it was.
Like just fucking dominating. Like it wasn't even close.
No, like it was, and granted, we were. Oh wait, here we go. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so Donovan Mitchell 5 years left. Rudy Gobert 5 years left. Jordan Clarkson 4 years left. Derek Favors 3 years left.
Boy, Joey Ingles.
Oh, Joe Ingles he signed a 4-year contract going into last season, so he has 2 years left. But Joe Ingles is a lifer for the Jazz.
Literally, I guess never going anywhere, dude.
Like he's not good enough to go to another team and get more money.
Get that many minutes and more minutes.
Yeah.
Like, no one's giving him more money for him to like be a fucking massive starter or something.
No, like nobody is. But yeah, I don't. It's just that weird position where he's a very key player on your team, but nobody wants him.
He's probably like a good like leader in that room, you know.
Yeah, well, it's like Manu Ginobili.
Just not as good as he once managed Ginobili ever was.
True. Yeah, Manu but although I don't know, man, Joe Ingles has such a good 3-point shot though.
When he's on, but it's not always on.
Yeah, but the thing I like about him though, he's in a position where he doesn't really need to be on ever.
No, like that to me. So if he pops, it's nice, right? But
Yeah,
it's not
true.
like you're depending on him going off.
No, yeah, no, literally. But he's just got a silky 3-point shot though. But I don't know, the Jazz are just built different. We went changed topic really quickly there though, but um, go back to golf. I am so excited this year for golf season.
Oh, I know. And
I am so excited
um,
for it, man.
my
Except I
cousin
think,
was going to school in Vermilion,
yeah,
so he's like, I'm gonna go get a membership out there. Whenever it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm just coming to Vermilion to golf because I'm sure it's cheap as fuck out there.
yeah. My sister has a membership where it's like $150, $200 a year for golf.
By Grand Prairie,
Yeah,
that's just saying that's what we pay around.
literally.
I mean, I
Um,
imagine it's a shitty golf course, but
it's a good golf. Like I would compare it to, um,
what was that one that we went to the military base? That was kind of ass.
military base.
The one that didn't have a
Oh,
driving range.
yeah, I would compare it to that one. Very similar. It was like the Fox Run one, like something kind of like that, just like a casual golf course where it's not a nice course, but you're
No, it's not
just
like
going
it's
to
a
hit a
nice
golf
course,
ball.
but yeah, it's still a golf course for
Yeah, you just
that's cheap
yeah,
membership.
you're just going to hit a golf ball,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
So yeah, now that I got this Nate job, I'm pretty
great.
sure I'm going back to the golf course again because I'm like, well, I mean, if I have these like this job lined up for like the school year, this golf course works perfectly. Trying to get another job for like
The
4 months is pretty hard. So I'm just like, oh
the
shit.
the, the amount every year coming winter, bro. I'm not working at the golf course next year. I think I'm finally done.
Trust me, I'm not happy about this. The only happy part is I get free golf.
And then New Year comes around. Yo, so I think I'm just gonna go back to the golf course. Like,
Okay,
why not? Right? I think I got free golf out of it, so like, why not? And like, I don't mind it.
okay. Granted, the last year was only because COVID happened and I wasn't doing anything else with my life.
Yeah. And now this year, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get a full time job. And now you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Go work at the golf course. This year, you
well,
have more of a reason to not go. I feel like, you know.
well, no, because if I didn't go, then it was like, then it'd be like, okay, well, then if I don't go, then if I take this student job, it's like, okay, well, then I have to find a summer position, which is like gonna suck because like
Wait,
just
how
trying to
long is
find
the
it.
student job for? Just till like April?
It's from March to April, and then it's from September to April next year.
Oh, so you have it for next year too.
Yeah,
Okay. I was just gonna say, yes, you got it for one month fucking job.
yeah, just 2 months. Hey, Matt, the probationary is 3 months, but you're only gonna be here for 2 years. um, so yeah, so I'm like, oh well, fuck, like I'll do that, then I'll like, and it's only like 20 to 30 hours a month. So it's not even a lot of work, but it's more
Yeah,
so just like it's gonna look so good on like the resume with the experience.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, well, I'll do that, and then I'll work Supplement King all year again, and I'll work golf course, and that'll give me enough money to move out. Because then, like, come school year, I'll have Supplement
I was
King,
gonna say
and
you'll
I'll
be,
have
yeah,
the Nate job, right? So I'll be like,
yeah.
oh, then I'll bring home like a grand, bit over grand a month, maybe or so. But or is it just gonna be you, Tommy, now, or what? Is that the plan?
I don't know. We'll talk about that after. We need to get to what we really needed. Wanted to talk about today. Cecil Hotel.
Oh, bro, I forgot about this.
We went we went an hour into sports, and I did not think that was gonna happen today.
Oh,
But we
dude,
went deep into
no, we went
basketball for
deep
the
into
first
sports
time.
today.
We went deep into basketball for the first time in forever.
True, man. I love basketball. I follow basketball a lot, but anyways,
That's what happens when there's no NFL. We actually pay attention to basketball.
true. And there's more to talk about because the NFL is just like, well, all the teams who won.
Yeah, like
Okay, what do you think of Cecil Hotel? Like, um, I thought it was good myself, but
well,
like,
okay, it was good, but then when it ended, you're like, oh, this could have been an hour program. Like
You literally.
they prolonged that for so long. For so fucking long.
Yo, it got to a point where that final episode, and it was one of those shows where I just stayed up to 2 a.m. to finish because I was like, I need to finish this one more
Yeah, I
episode.
need to
Let's go.
see how it ends. But the last half an hour, you're like, you just got rid of so many. Like, you got rid of the middle part of the show.
Yeah.
Like, you just made the middle part useless.
So useless. I was. So when they're just like, yeah, like he was bipolar, and like they announced it with like 20 minutes left in the show, I was literally just like, well, I'm done watching this. So I got 20 minutes left on the final episode, but like, I'm like, what else needs to be done?
There's that one therapist lady. Like, yeah, this is very much what I would see in a bipolar person, how they would act like out of an elevator. I'm like, okay, so that explains that so much. And then their big thing the whole time, which was, oh, like, why was the hatch open? Why was the hatch open? But the whole time I was thinking, I was like, well, the worker said he put the hatch on, so it's probably off when he got there. But then it was like they never mentioned it until the last half an hour, and I was like, so this was a big deal for nothing. That one singer got his whole career ruined. He could have been fucking big singer in heavy metal music, but instead he got bullied off the internet.
Yeah, man, literally. Did they actually say at the end of the episode where it was like the worker was the one who put it back on?
Yeah.
Well, and then even when like the police were talking about, it's like when we got to the crime scene, the latch was on, and I was like, it doesn't matter if it was on or off. There was a guy already that went in there.
But before that, the maintenance guy was like, yeah, I went there, seen his body, put the lid on, and went back down.
See, I didn't catch that though. But my whole time I was just like, but the maintenance guy was there. Who cares if
so
the
I was
on
like,
or on
that's why I was like, he said he put it on. I was like, So then when they finally said, but to be fair, I think in the public side they didn't know the maintenance guy did it. They just heard the cop interview said to her, like, when we got there, the lid was on. But I still feel like they, at the same time, you're like, well, someone probably put at some point, someone might have checked it and be like, oh, this lid's off. Let me put it on without looking at it even.
Okay. Well, and then you also had those people that were talking about like the other shoe that was in the video, right? Where it's like, it's a shoe, right? You saw that part was like in the corner there. And I was like, it's clearly her foot.
That's what I thought too.
Like with the shadow on, it's clearly her foot. Like it moves away with her body.
What is going on?
Like it's right where her foot should be.
But some of the coincidences were fucked up, and that just shows you how fucked up conspiracy theories and how wild they get out of absolutely nothing.
Literally,
they get conspiracy, like you can get conspiracy theories that make no sense once you find out the truth. Like, but it just shows you how easy it is to come up with the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, and see, it's the whole thing where I think I'm fucking it up a bit though, but when somebody says, "Oh, elephants live in trees," and then you say, "No, they don't."
No, they don't.
And then they say, "Oh, well, find me a picture of like them, like prove me wrong." It's like, well, there's no picture of it, but then they're like, yeah, but maybe they just haven't been photographed yet. Like, there's no way to prove it then. And you're just like, oh my gosh, like, are you kidding me? You're gonna like, this is like that kind of theory.
Yeah,
I explained that wrong.
But yeah, like some of the there were some fucking weird coincidences, like that they came up with it. And the thing is, like, yeah, you can find fucking enough coincidences if you look hard enough at anything and come up with a fucking conspiracy theory for anything.
See, and I was getting to a point too where they were labeling all these coincidences, and I was just like, okay, well, all right, well, maybe this is a cover-up, right? I'm a pretty open-minded. I love myself a good conspiracy theory.
But also when they're like, this is a government cover-up, I was like, is it though?
Well, and then that's where I was like,
tough sell for random lady.
Yeah, and it's like, first off, if you're doing a cover-up, why would you tie these two together? Yo, let's name this girl after what we're infecting everybody her with, right? Like code name. It's like, no, you'll give her something completely random.
But also, you're not leaving the body in the water tower. I'm sure the government has good ways of disposing of body.
Literally.
They could figure that out. Put on one of fucking Elon Musk SpaceX's and fuck shoot her to the moon.
Yeah, so, and like my thing was, I was like, okay, I was trying to see if, okay, maybe this could be a conspiracy theory. And I was just like, okay, wait. Why? Why would they need her to do this? Are they just doing this to do this? That would the only reason that made sense. Like, why would you need her to do all this stuff?
They're just doing this for fun now. They're killing people for fun. They're bored.
Like when I first saw the video clip, I thought she was drugged up or like,
I
you
thought
know,
some kind of she's clearly some sort of fucked up.
yeah, like I thought she was high on LSD or she was tripping on something. And that's what I was waiting for. I was just waiting for them to say that they found a homeless person, got in contact with him, and then found out that they had sold her a
Murdered her.
bad batch of
I was
fentanyl or
kind of,
something.
I was thinking that too, or like someone drugged her or something. Maybe at the bar, like some guy she talked to drugged her or something.
Yeah.
But so also, what I just remembered now, what also really fucking just gave like the whole thing away was what. So when they said like she had bipolar, apparently that they're like, yeah. Afterwards, her sister said like she would very oftenly, one time confirmed she was hospitalized because she was off her meds, and
Yeah.
then so did you get to that part?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then where her sister was like, yeah, she like when she was off her meds, she would often think people are chasing her, and she would hide under the bed. I was like, that just makes so much sense. She thought they were chasing. She found this fucking water tank, climbed in, and then couldn't get out after and drowned.
Yeah. Well, and even in the beginning of the documentary, they mentioned that
She had
there were,
bipolar.
well, I think so, but they had mentioned that she had to be switched rooms. They were like, oh yeah, she was with some other roommates, but then
Oh
they had
yeah,
complained about her, so they gave her her own room.
yeah,
And I was
yeah.
just like, and that was the first time I was like, okay, this is something. But like at the end of the day, they blew this way out of fucking proportion
I mean,
for somebody who was just mentally ill and climbed into a water tank.
yeah, that's true. The
Like,
internet, dude.
oh my gosh. Like it's more like I don't know. And then like afterwards too, it's so frustrating because once all the information's released and you look at it, you're like, all this information in front of you, and you're just like, why would like
Why
how
is
did
this a
this
medical
wormhole even
story?
get created in the first place?
That just shows you how fucking what people get on the internet and how fucking
Stupid, bro. And then so I think and then the weirdest part though is you had these people that were like in love with her.
yeah.
I
Apparently
guess
her
social
blogs
media
are like
people.
super popular now on Tumblr. They said at the end.
Oh, probably. I can imagine
Like
that. Like,
when they're going through
that
all of her,
story blew up.
but like when they're going through all of her like no, even before that, like apparently it was popular. But like even before that, when they're going through all of her like Tumblr posts, I'm like, damn, she posted a lot of shit and like a lot of shit. Like it's not, it was still a lot of good content. Like a lot of shit people probably related to. That's why they said it's still popular. I'm like, she could have become a fucking professional blogger.
She was ahead of her time. That was her true
Yeah.
purpose, was her true calling.
I was
But
someone literally was like, "Oh, we lost what could have been a great writer." I was like, "All right, let's fucking relax on that." But maybe it's possible.
you mean a great Tumblr?
Yeah. I mean, hey, maybe she would have transitioned into a Twitter. You never know.
Yeah, literally. But no, I kind of, but like, I feel bad for that morbid guy. Like, how stupid are these people? They come after
But
him, and he's
poor
just
morbid dude.
and he's just like, yeah, I stayed at that hotel a year ago.
Yeah.
I live in
But
Mexico. It's
and then like when they were like he fucking had a song where you're following a chick into the woods killing her. I'm like, has nobody listened or seen any death metal music or music videos? That's what it is. It's about murder and satanic shit. You
literally,
can't connect those two. That's you could just find any fucking random. Like he
literally,
literally
man.
got banned off of YouTube and shit. Like that's fucked.
Well, and he stopped making music because of it. I feel so
Yeah.
bad for the guy. I don't like that type of
He
music, but I'm
no,
just
it's like,
like,
but it's something he probably enjoyed and liked doing. Like it was a hobby of his that he enjoyed.
well, his way to express himself. And then I think
Yeah.
with music, what people a lot of the reasons people take it out of context is people swear in movies, people say stupid stuff in movies. It's like why in music is it taken out of context? Like people are storytelling through their music, right? It's like if there's like a very graphic scene of like a rape scene in a movie, people are going to like not necessarily like it's going to be a talked about thing where it was just like, oh wow, like that was such a like a historic type of scene because like it meant so much. It's such a powerful scene. But then like in music, when it happens, people are like, oh, why are you talking about that? It's like, well, but I don't know. That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, yeah, that is very much a whole different conversation.
That's an off the dome topic,
but
not so sports talk
but
topic.
it's both. But like, just at the end of the day, like they that would have been a great hour and a half thing. Not,
Yeah,
what was it, 4 episodes that were an hour?
something like that. Yeah, like, and then you could have condensed all that weird stuff into like, a small portion of it, which would have kept it interesting. But like, I don't know, it just made those people look ridiculous in a way. And but like, I do have to say, first episode or two, when the general manager was denying everything, the way she was denying it, part
Well,
of me was just like,
I was suspect of the hotel manager the whole time.
yeah,
I
okay,
trust
word. I
her ass.
wasn't the only one. I was
I
always just
didn't
like,
trust her ass.
but then
I was
again,
like,
too, it's like when you're the hotel manager of that hotel, like,
I
she
feel like
hiding some shit. She
I
hiding
was gonna
some
say you got
shit.
some kind of suspect shit going on in your life. Like,
Yeah, you've seen a few dead bodies in your life when you're at that hotel. Like, a sketchy hotel, though. God
I
damn.
mean, that is fucked. Just to work at a hotel and knowing you have to see dead
Like,
bodies randomly in hotels, like that's
yeah,
wild.
but like
But I
also too,
mean,
how gross is it that those people are drinking that water for 17 days or 19 days?
that couple they interviewed from England, there's no way I'm fucking ever um coming out and telling any news people that yeah, I just stayed at this hotel and I pretty much drank fucking dead fluids from this fucking and showered in there. I'm not fucking admitting to that. I'm not letting people know that that happened to me, dude.
What type of protocols do you even have to do? Yeah. Hello, sir. What can I help you with today? Yeah, so I've been drinking water that dead person's been living in for 19 days. It's like, what's the treatment for that? You just cross your fingers? Like,
God, oh man.
I don't know. It's a weird. It, I don't want to say it was a good Netflix series, but it was a Netflix series that you can talk about. That's for sure.
Yeah, but like, I feel like it definitely would have been a good hour and a half, and then like obviously they're gonna have more seasons, but like, and they're just fill with hour and a half episodes instead of 4 hour long episodes. Like,
Hmm. Yeah, have you
but
ever watched Have you ever watched the Unabomber documentary?
no, I haven't. I've heard it's really good though, but like I
It's like
feel like
the
it's
eight.
still outdated now.
No, because the
Same
story's
thing
from
with
the
Don't Fuck
'90s.
with Cats. I never watched it, and like I feel like I'm so behind the curve with that. Like
Yo,
I feel like at this
okay,
point, what's the point of watching it? I've heard all about it from people, but
dude, if you thought the Cecil Hotel was at least entertaining but stupid, you'll find this one entertaining and awesome. Okay, not awesome. It's very weird, but like it wasn't made up of 80% bullshit.
yeah, I
I
see
would
what you mean.
watch it, dude. Watch it. What's the dude's name? Oh fuck.
I'll get to it eventually.
Watch it. It's the dude reminds me of Tommy though. This is Tommy in his
Like that's
downtime.
not a good thing.
um but yeah, watch the Unabomber one as well too. That one I've watched 2 or 3 times because it's so good.
It's worth
Um
it.
the Unabomber one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I've been thinking about watching it again though, but some other stuff came up. Um
What about which one was better, Unabomber or Don't Fuck with Cats?
Unabomber, but it's longer, so it's more of a commitment. Don't fuck with cats is like a 1 or 2 day thing that you can just like power through.
Oh, how long is the Unabomber one?
I think it's 8 episodes.
Oh, that's hella long then, hey?
Um, 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 yeah, the Manhunt Unabomber. Yeah, 8 episodes, 40 minutes long each.
Oh, they're fucking kind of
It's super good though.
they're short then. They're short then.
Yeah. I might watch the Amend one with Will Smith. They go through all the amendments. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what I'm watching next. Probably not next, but maybe eventually.
There's so much shit where it's
Oh,
like
there's a Biggie
I
one.
need to get to it. Oh yeah, I seen that's coming out. That's gonna be sick.
It's out right
That
now.
was
Oh no, it's
out? No, I think it's coming out, right?
oh no, there's already one. Came out in 2018.
Oh yeah, there's a new one coming though.
Yeah, I saw that one too. That's why I thought that one was that. But,
So I'm excited for that one. I seen that the other
the
day.
Snowden one. I started watching that one. I haven't finished it though. It's just a movie though.
Oh, yeah, I seen one. Yeah, I told you I rewatched that one. That's probably why you're watching it, right?
Maybe
I told you
somebody
like
told me.
2 weeks.
Maybe it was you. I don't know.
I
You
told you
liked
like
it
2 weeks
though?
ago. Yeah, I've seen. That's the second time I watched it. I just rewatched it because I don't know why. Just because said I wanted to watch it.
That's fair. I
I
got to the.
seen it. I was like, oh, I want to see this again.
That's fair. I got to the part in the movie where he just does all that coding at the very beginning and just like does it in like 40 minutes when they have 5 hours or whatever it is. I
Mm.
watched that, but then I had to go do something, so then I stopped watching it though. But I had to go
I don't
do something.
understand how you so often will watch a movie and then just pause it and go back to it.
Oh, mainly because like to sit around for an hour and a half, 2 hours to watch a movie is like not my thing.
See, I only watched the whole movie.
That's fair. I mean, I watched No Country for Old Men today, which, dude,
Oh,
such a
that's a
good
movie. I
movie.
thought it was a show.
No, it's such a good movie. It's so good. It's like it's one of those ones that just has you on your seat because you're just you want to see the outcome of what's gonna happen.
Oh, so what's it about?
Um, Essentially the outline of it is it's a very basic outline though. Um, Dude's hunting, comes across a drug deal that went bad. He comes across the money, and then a hitman's hired to come chase him down and get the money back.
Okay.
But it's just such a good movie though.
There's a few things like, well, so I'm just casually watching Parks and Rec, Superstore.
Mm.
I just
See,
I took me a while to watch that Cecil because I didn't watch it for like 3 days, so I finally
mm,
finished that the other day.
see, my thing with watching um, like Parks and Rec and going into shows like that is it just becomes that thing I want to do whenever I have a chance to do something.
Yeah, I'm like I want to watch it just to say like just to finish it, but it's also
Yeah,
like you can stop watching it for a while and then pick it up again and be fine.
yeah, literally. Um, like it's that show where I'm just like, well, I can have this on in the background as I'm doing my homework, and then I just watch it the whole time.
Yeah.
And that was like with Superstore. So I'm like, I'm very careful of shows like that. Like even with The Office, like I get really into TV shows, especially when they're 20 minutes long, because it's just like, do another 20-minute episode before I do this. One more episode. One more episode. 2 hours later, because you said it 6 times.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh shit, it's fucking 11:30 at night. What the
Let me
fuck
watch one more
happened?
episode, then I'll go to bed. I'll give up on studying.
Or then it's like, oh, I'll like go to bed as I'm watching it, and then it's like then you're just watching it, like, okay, I'm not going to bed. I gotta turn this off.
Yeah, no, biggest lie ever. I'll just put that on as background noise. Eyes are
Never
just glued
fucking
to the
works.
screen.
As we speak, I'm creating for the last 10 minutes. I've been creating the off the dome, not so sports talk Twitter account.
Dude, I finally re-downloaded the Instagram app, so I'm getting the Instagram page back up and going.
Oh, you delete Instagram again?
Yeah, like I haven't logged into my
That's
I've
why
logged into my personal account maybe like 1 or 2 times over the last like week and a
you
half,
never
2 weeks.
respond to me anymore.
Yeah, I look on there. I'm curious to see how long Kester will keep sending me memes and stuff.
Bro, they're on a story anyways. But never seen someone
True.
post so many memes on their story.
Yo, true. Actually, I'm gonna end this because this has been over for like 5 minutes now.
I was gonna say I think like the last like 5